It's a truly original like documentary. Meaning like I just haven't seen anything like it. It's even like it's so like there's a humor and a lightness at the right kinds of moments.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's like a rooster in your. That's like okay, that's like a non sequitur like thing as part of a storytelling. It kind of intensifies and reveals the absurdity of the division
Mm-hmm.
and how once like January 6th happens, like everybody like goes on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's like what happened to us. It was almost like a delirium that everybody was participating in some weird,
Mm-hmm.
just like well, like people say, mind virus. Like all of a sudden we just got captured,
Yeah.
and people just like yelling at each other, doing the most ridiculous shit. And I mean, really, January 6th, the way you present it, especially, just reveals the circus of it all.
I mean, it really broke the fourth wall, or that's how I would describe it, because if you were at January 6th and the lead up, it felt like it was the beginning to a series of similar riots, but it just popped off so much that was it. You haven't seen anything like it since. There was supposed to be a second one on January 20th. It was the actual inauguration. That never happened. It was a crazy time to be alive and around, and especially the relationship that I developed with Enrique Tarrio, who's the former chairman of the Proud Boys. He's now facing 23 years in prison. It's like a trip because I went to his house in Miami maybe 2 weeks after January 6th, and talking to him, it seemed like he didn't think anything was going to happen. He was just like, "Yeah, man, that was crazy. I'm glad I wasn't there. Like, they're dumb for doing that." He even told me he doesn't think the election was stolen,
Mm-hmm.
which is just a mind fuck. It's like, why'd you get everyone so hyped up? It's just weird to think about how so many people's lives are drastically altered forever because of that just bizarre moment in time that will always live on.
Yeah, what did you QAnon as part of that story? What did you learn about QAnon from that?
Just an all-encompassing worldview. That family that I talked to, I call them the QAnon family, but it's called the Spencer family.
Mm-hmm.
They were non-political up until the Stop the Steal movement began in September of 2020. And within 4 months, their entire life revolved around the mythology and lore of Q. And I've never seen in my life a psyop just devour people's minds in such an intense way in such a rapid period of time.
And I love how the kids in the movie are also the voices of wisdom. In the Spencer family, it's the kid who like goes through the full journey
Yeah.
of like believing that whatever Hillary Clinton is a lizard, and just believing all the worst versions of the conspiracy theories, and then kind of waking up was like, what was the point?
Yeah, it was heartbreaking to see his disappointment in his dad for even, following QAnon so militantly. Because he was like, I felt like they let my dad down. I felt like they let our family down. Because January 6th was supposed to be the day, according to QAnon, that the storm happens and that the military is supposed to mobilize and arrest the members of the deep state, Clinton, Soros, all that. Trump was supposed to go into a helicopter, you know what I mean, and take control of the country back from, the swamp. And it didn't happen. In fact, the next day he was like almost denouncing it. Now he doesn't, but then he did. And it was really, I think it hurt people's pride a lot. My friend Forgiato Blow, he's a Trump rapper. He describes it that way. He says a lot of people's pride got hurt by January 6th.
Trump rapper.
Oh yeah, dude. Honestly, there's some pretty dope Trump rap out there. I'm serious. There's
MAGA rap.
Yeah, like you would think like, oh yeah, MAGA, there's no rappers there. But there's rappers. And they do a pretty good job.
They're good
At delivering the messaging they want to deliver, yeah. I mean, they think of stuff that I'm like, that's clever.